welcome to our Week 2 edition of the Daily Record High School Football Insider. I'm Aaron Dorksen, sports editor, along with Mike Plant. This week, Mike, we're on location at Orrville's Heartland Field at Red Rider Stadium. They've been playing high school football in Wayne County for over 100 years. This is the first Wayne County high school team that has artificial turf. It was installed this summer, just completed, and they're going to christen it, dedicate Heartland Field Friday when the Triway Titans come to town at 7 o'clock, Mike.
Yeah, what a great way to open not only their home schedule, but really part of the whole campus here in Orrville, with the new high school going up behind us, the new elementary school and the junior high across the street, and having the artificial turf here has just made it that much more special over here in Orrville. Friday night, Triway will come over here after losing a tough game at home to West Holmes last week, in a game, Aaron, where Triway actually led in the third quarter, midway through the third quarter. But I think West Holmes' size kind of wore the Titans down, and they were able to pull away. But a lot of good signs from that game from the Titans, especially their young sophomore quarterback Parker Carmichael and his skilled players. They moved the ball really well against a pretty good West Holmes team with a lot of high hopes this year. They'll be bringing that high-octane offense over here to the turf to take on the Orrville Red Riders, who came up with a big road win last week, Aaron, defeating Northwest 24-20. And right off the bat, the Red Riders had to overcome some adversity. They lost running back Joel Zook on his first carry of the year for 16 yards with a leg injury. He's going to be out indefinitely. But the Riders regrouped from there, and senior quarterback Kyle Lichty had a big ball game throwing to Brandon Johnson, and I know you're going to talk to a couple of those kids later. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Aaron's going to talk to Orrville head coach Doug DeVault and a couple of the Red Rider seniors when we come back on the Daily Record's High School Football Insider.
Standing here with Orrville head coach Doug DeVault and seniors Brandon Johnson and Zane Vierheller on the new turf field. Doug, just tell a little bit about how this came to be. It seemed like it happened pretty quick too once you guys decided to do this.
Yeah, once we got going, I'll tell you where it all originated was at Mo Tipton's wake. We're all sitting around down at the Legion talking about Mo and telling Mo stories, which was very entertaining. And the next thing we know, we're talking about turf in the field and how proud Mo would be of that. And about 3 months later, we've raised $680,000, $700,000, and it's a reality. But it was just kind of sitting around talking about it, and then somebody said, "I'll do it," and the next thing we know, we got it done. And due to all the generous donations of our community and the support, it's incredible. It really is.
Zane, how cool is this? You have turf on your home field. Just talk about it.
It's really just surreal. Last year, I heard about it at the end of the year, and I didn't think it'd be put in for this year. And then just having it for my senior season, for our senior season, we're gonna do big things out here, and it's awesome.
Brandon, you're already a fast guy. How much faster are you on this turf, especially playing at home when Triway takes the field?
It's so much faster. I'm gonna be pretty pumped. The rest of my teammates are gonna be pumped. I think we're gonna be fast, lightning out there, real fast. Can't wait.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to the Daily Record's High School Football Insider. I'm Mike Plant with Aaron Dorksen, and before we get to Week 2's games, Aaron, Week 1 was kind of interesting. I know you have some thoughts on what happened last Friday.
Well, there's some pretty impressive performances. We mentioned Orrville beating a playoff returning Northwest team. Some questions about Orrville's returning players, but they really answered them pretty nicely. Hillsdale going on the road to beat Manchester really impressed me, 36-20. Also, really big wins for Northwestern and Norwayne. On the disappointing side, Worcester at home playing Akron Garfield that they beat handily last year. Just Worcester couldn't really get a rhythm going in that one. Special teams hurt them. So, as Coach Haas said, one thing, Mike, I've always noticed, I agreed with Coach Doug Haas of Worcester, a lot of times the most improvement can be made between Week 1 and Week 2. So those will be some things that I'm looking at. Sometimes, though, a team that looked good in Week 1, maybe the team they played was not that good. The season will wind up telling that tale. So what are your thoughts, Mike, on Week 1?
Well, just like you said about Worcester, they were disappointed, and the Generals really don't have any time to feel sorry for themselves, not with Wadsworth coming into Follis Field Friday. As you said, Norwayne, Northwestern showed big play capabilities and pulling off their victories on the road, along with Hillsdale, which showed that Tom Williams' program isn't quite the rebuilding project that some might have thought. This week, Friday night, 7 of the 8 Wayne County Athletic League teams will be at home. The exception, Smithville, coming off a disappointing loss to Mogador, is going to want to try to improve their play up front as they travel up to Mogador to take on a perennial playoff contender in the Wildcats. The other 7 teams are at home. We've got Galleon at Chippewa. Galleon coming off a loss to Mansfield Senior. Chippewa came close last week. Aaron came up on the short end of a 21-13 loss at Norton. Tuslaw and Dalton will hook up in their annual backyard brawl. Bucyrus will come to Hillsdale. Bucyrus coming in, only 1 win last year, already matched that total with the win last week. Black River will be at Northwestern as the Huskies will try to continue their good start. Black River lost a disappointing game in the final seconds last week. CVCA, thought to be one of the Pac-7 powers, took a 55-0 beating last week against Woodridge. It doesn't get any easier for them as they will take on the defending state champion Norwayne Bobcats in their home opener. The Cleveland Knights will be coming down to take on Rittman. Don't know much about them, but could be a chance for Rittman to get their first win. And finally, another perennial playoff contender, the Ridgewood Generals, will be coming up north to take on the Waynedale Golden Bears, and Waynedale will have running back Josh Strasbaugh back in the lineup.
Worcester will jump into the OCC. Worcester will host Wadsworth. The Grizzlies put a pretty impressive win, 35-28 on Ashland at their home stadium. They feature running back Martese Jackson, who's now a senior. When he was a sophomore, he's the nephew of LeBron James, and LeBron showed up on Worcester's sidelines. We don't know if LeBron will return to Worcester for this one, but it'll be a tough matchup. Worcester doesn't get any easier, but then West Holmes, preseason favorite in the OCC, struggled a little bit early against Triway, wound up winning 41-22. They'll host Riverview. Kind of been a punching bag for them year in and year out, but Riverview did come up with a season opening win over West Muskingum, and of course, as we mentioned, Orrville hosting Triway.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I know you'll be over here Friday night to watch that debut on the turf. And you can read Aaron's story and everyone's stories in Saturday's Daily Record. And we hope you join us next week on the Daily Record High School Football Insider.